Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be doing a project for New Year's. Kind of late, but I figured better late than never. So I'm gonna be basically making like a pom-pom Kagami Mochi stationery thing, but like you can turn into a keychain if you want to. In case you guys, a little context, Kagami Mochi is like this white mochi that they use for like Japanese New Year's. And basically what they do is they put it out like underneath like special like good luck paper with like a tangerine on top, and it's supposed to like bless your house and give you good luck for like the new year. But I thought it'd be fun to make something with that. So real quick, you're gonna need green felt, you're gonna need orange yarn, you're gonna need white yarn. I just chose sparkly because it's all I have, but here's white yarn. And then you're gonna need red yarn. I chose to use something a little interesting. So this is like a yarn they use to make like plushes with, but you can use regular red yarn too. You're also gonna need white embroidery thread. You're gonna need a needle. You're gonna need a sharp scissors, and you want to use probably like a pack of pom-pom makers. I have 3 assorted because you're gonna want different sizes. So a small one, a little bit bigger, and then a larger size one. These are by Clover. I believe they come in a set of 4, so that's what I'm gonna be using. And yeah, so let's just get started. Again, I haven't done this before. I'm just gonna wing it. We'll see how that works. So these pom-pom makers, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna have both sides opposite, and you can just watch me. So it's hard to get this started. Pardon the background noise. This room is really quiet, so it kind of sucks because you can hear everything in the background. So right now, just winding it on. You kind of want to make sure you give it a good amount of like twine, like times around, because it's nice to have a yarn holder, but I don't have one. Sorry, you can hear my dog kind of like acting out. He's like in full guard mode today, so sorry about that. So I'm just keep wrapping. You want to make sure like you can't see the green through here. And it's okay if your pom-pom's not great, you know? You can always fix it. I'll show you how. Because I know my pom-poms aren't going to be great. It's been a long time since I made a pom-pom, so we'll see how that comes out. Okay. just gonna kind of hold it, loop it through, pull it down. One side's done. And the second side. Hopefully there's no barking interference. We'll see. Yeah, he's feisty. Those early popping fireworks are really getting to him. As of probably a lot of other people, huh? I mean, I like fireworks. It's just dogs don't really like them too much. I don't blame him. It's kind of scary for them, I think. Oh, I haven't really asked much. If you want, in the comments below, tell me how you celebrate your New Year's. Do you do it bougie? Do you go out to dinner? Do you go to temple? Do you make a mono plate? Or put out some lucky mochi? Or get one of those like Fukudo Bukudo bags from the mall? What do you do? I'm curious what you guys are up to on New Year's. What's your typical, like, plans? I'm pretty boring, but I don't know. Almost done with this pom-pom. This like that. And we'll do our first pom-pom. Jeez, I hope I remember how to do this. So I usually try to cut these threads a little bit because I don't like them getting in the way. So you just want to trim it off just so it doesn't like hang like that. I have this little handy trash can here. I love it because I make a mess. Okay, and then you want to cut a decent amount, maybe like about that long. You're very carefully gonna start from the back side and you're gonna trim. You're gonna cut open. You're gonna cut open all these little strands. Mind you, might have to vacuum after because, like, man, this yarn dusts it up in here. So I'm gonna cut all of these strings all the way around. Ooh, need it kind of thick. Okay, so it should look like that. Then you're gonna take your thread, you're gonna put it in between, and then you're gonna tighten as much as you can and then box knot it. Okay, and then you're gonna very carefully open this up. Oops. Okay. Just like that. And then usually what I like to do is I like to just make sure it's secure first. Make sure your knot's good. And you're just gonna fluff it a little bit. Just kind of knead it around. Just kind of give it a little bit of shape. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do all the pom-poms first, and then we can kind of clean it up afterwards, because you kind of want to compare the sizes too to make sure that they blend well. because we're going to be stacking them. So this is my first one. It's not clean, but it's the first one. Put this to the side. Okay. And put this to the side. And then, jeez, oh here. And then we're gonna make this one. So this is our medium size one. This small one's gonna be for the orange. So, yay, this is smaller. This is probably gonna take less time. Okay. So, same thing. Little slack. So, same thing. Gonna wrap it around. Whatnot. Okay. Oh, by the way, I got these on Amazon. So, they might not be at a craft store. The Clover pom-pom makers. You might just want to go on Amazon for that. And if you're curious about the sparkly yarn, in case you did want to make your mochi sparkly, I got that at Walmart. They have some really cool sparkly yarn. Like, I like their white sparkly yarn. And then there's a really cool black yarn that is either sparkly or I think it has gold sparkles too. Now the yarn, their sparkly yarn's kind of cool. Let's see. It's good. Let me check. Yeah. So we're gonna do this first side. Cut it. Secure it. There you go. And then do one more side. I hope this comes out. The hardest part is like cleaning up the pom-poms. It isn't really making it, it's just making sure they're not like crazy looking. I've seen some people like trim the pom-poms and I'm just like, wow, they're really good at that. No, sorry guys. If you're going rogue with those early fireworks, my dog's not having it. Anyone else's dogs go crazy because people can't like wait and pop early? If it bugs you too, comment below. There you go. And this is done. So again, we're gonna just secure this. And we're gonna close them off, and then again, same thing. You're just gonna trim it, just so there's no. I really recommend the tiny trash can. Your desk will thank you for not getting it so messy. Yeah, same thing. You want to go slow. There you go. So just like that. And do our long thread. And too generous with this length, but that's okay. It's gonna happen. Okay, and same thing. We're gonna open this up. Okay. Oops. Sometimes it might come out, some of the pieces. That's okay. It happens. The same thing, you're gonna kind of like mash it around, kind of give it a little bit of shape. I'm gonna put it off to the side. Okay. This off to the side. We're done with this, so I'm gonna put this on the side. Okay. And I'm gonna put this back together. Okay. Put this on the side. The very tiny one is going to be for the orange. Okay, so wow, this is going to be really fast because it's really small. Okay. Oops. Most people pull from the middle with the yarn. I'm pretty stubborn. I don't know why. I always pull from the outside for me. I feel like I always mess it up when I pull from the inside. I know it's a better way, but I don't know. I just don't. Okay, same thing. Grab this around. There's so many different shades of orange. You don't have to go with this one. I mean, this isn't my favorite color, orange. I probably would have gone for something a little bit lighter because I'm like really into those pastel colors, but this is the color I had. But it's not my first choice, to be honest. It's definitely not my first choice. Cut it and secure this. Okay, and then we're gonna do the other side. Whew, this room is kind of warm. Wrap it around. And we're going to secure this. Okay. Okay. Same thing. Check the ends. Get a little easier. Whoops. Okay. Good. This is going to be a little trickier because it's smaller, so just take your time when you're snipping. It's so easy for these threads to just come out, and then you gotta do this all over again. So just do yourself a favor and just take the time to just do it slow. Full disclosure, not my first pom-pom, but I've seen it go bad. I've seen it go really bad, like can't use it, have to start all over again. Okay. Okay. Same thing. We're gonna open this up. I'm gonna take this out. Gonna put this together and put this aside. And you're gonna, same thing, kind of twist it around. Make it a little fluffy size. Okay, and sometimes the threads are gonna fall out, that's okay. Okay, now I'm gonna do a few things. So I'm done with this. I'll move this to the side. Okay, so we are gonna try and trim this to make it look good. I'm not good at this, but I'm gonna try really hard to make it look pretty and not make too much of a mess. We'll see. Just gonna kind of snip. I just kind of like go around. Of course you want it to be round, but just do your best to like kind of like chop. You want to do as much of a circle as you can. I know that like the closer you get to the center, the more like pretty it can look, but we'll see. Should have brought my little dustpan, but that's okay. I forgot how much of a mess pom-poms make. The bottom you kind of want to make a little bit, just make it as circular as you can. So again, yeah, we're trying to just kind of like be patient, keep trimming, and then kind of like eyeballing and taking a look at it. Does it look good? Yeah, see, I find that closer you cut to the, I've seen some people brush it too with like combs and stuff, or like to fluff it. So we're not gonna do that, but it should be okay. You kind of want to rub it too, make it really fluffy. I'm trying to break up the, really trying to break up that yarn look, make it more fluffed, squish it, kind of like rub it together a little bit. Make sure I'm happy with this. Yeah, so it's gonna be kind of like that, but like this side's, yeah, just trying to get as round as possible. That actually looks pretty good for now. You can always trim it more later. Okay. All right. Same thing with this. I kind of squish it sometimes. Cut around. Maybe trim along this side. See, so we're gonna kind of like do like that. We're gonna stack them together. I'll show you guys how. So, kind of get rid of some of this mess. You kind of want to make sure that the orange pom-pom is a lot smaller, because when you look at the tangerine, like, that sits on top of the Kagami Mochi, it's really tiny. So you just kind of want to try your best to make it a little bit smaller looking than everything else. It's not that small. Let's chop off a little more. You don't have to, though. You want your tangerine a little bigger, that's okay too. This doesn't have to be that round either. We can make it a little more flat, because tangerines are actually more flatter. They're not that round. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay. So next step we're gonna do. Oh, I have to clean this up later. Okay. Next step you're gonna do, you're gonna take your green felt and we're just gonna cut a leaf. So I like eyeballing stuff, but if you want your leaf to look nice, you can draw it on a piece of cardstock, your leaf shape, put it over the felt, and you can either trace it or just really slowly cut around it. But for me, I like to eyeball stuff. That's just how I am. So for me, I'm just gonna cut the leaf. So, see? And that's just gonna go on the very top, okay? And so, this is gonna be the last step. So first, we are gonna stitch, sorry. We're gonna stitch everything together. So you're not gonna need these because you're gonna use the embroidery thread to connect everything. So for me, I'm just gonna kind of like cut these off to kind of blend in. I know some people connect it with this, but I'm just gonna stitch it because I feel like it's just gonna look better with just all stitched together. So there you go. So all 3 pieces. And then I'm gonna take your embroidery thread. You don't have to do all 6 threads if you don't want to. You could actually go 3 threads, you know. I mean, if you want to, you can do all 6 just to make it really like strong. But I'm just gonna do 3, so I'm gonna half it. I'm halving the embroidery thread in half, and you can always add, like, you know, you can always double it up if you want to, but I'm just gonna do 3. Make sure your needle is a little decently long, you know, because you don't want to prick your finger, and you're gonna go through kind of like a thick pom-pom, so just be careful, you know. It's not fun to prick yourself with a needle, but it happens. It's okay. But just be cautious when you do this. Okay. So gonna go slow too, because you don't want it to like pierce all the way through. So you're just gonna go down the center, and you're gonna come up the top, and then just kind of pull slowly. Okay, because you're just securing it, you know. And then this one, you're gonna go ahead and string it through 2. Okay. Just threading it, and then just like go slow, you know, because the knotted bottom can go through very easily, but you know, if you go slow and you apply a small amount of pressure, it's not gonna like go through the whole thing. You can get away with that. Okay, so you're gonna kind of like push down a little bit like that. Okay, and then for the last part, you're gonna take your leaf and you're gonna kind of like put it out there. Okay, and then you're gonna kind of go back in and I don't know, should we go back down? Maybe just kind of push back in a little bit, like just so a little bit on the top, just so you can kind of secure this by maybe adding like another stitch in there. There, I'm just gonna do 3 stitches just to make sure. Okay. Again, it's a little fuzzy. If you want to like make this a lot more, I might I might trim it a little more. And you're just gonna knot at the top. I do about twice for me. And then you're just gonna very gently like stitch back in. And that's good. You're just gonna cut your thread. Okay, just like that. This is a little fuzzy, to be honest, so like if you want to come in here and just like trim just a little bit more just to make it a little more defined, you can do that too, which is, yeah, I'm gonna kind of clean this up a little bit because it is kind of messy looking. Now you kind of have an idea too, like how you want to shape it, you know. It's like even, and then try to dust off if you're doing the different layers because the orange is going to get all over the white. So that's good enough. So now, as you can see, both mochis, like the Kagami mochi, is kind of like, it's not really defined that there's 2. So that's where your red thread's going to come in. So your last finishing touch, you want to do a lot because you can always like, you're gonna kind of slowly like make out where like the division is, and then all we're gonna do is we're gonna tie like a little red bow. And then if you want to, you can clean this up a little bit and like pull it so that it gets really bows are kind of hard. Oh, this thread isn't great. Doesn't droop too good, but that's okay. I'm trying to make it look nice. It might have been actually a better thing to use maybe like ribbon or like regular thread, because this one, like, I don't know why, it kind of it ruffles very easily. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, and then just gonna kind of snip it. Let's make it pretty and I'll show you on the camera. Okay, so again, I'm using this stationery, but you can always want to go in with another embroidery thread and make it into a little keychain. That's kind of cute too. But if you're gonna do that, you might just want to make sure it's a little more secure. But that's our finished project. Okay, and yeah, like this is your little good luck Kagami mochi for New Year's. Yeah, let me know how you guys think. If you guys liked it, if you guys try it, let me know how it turns out. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If this content resonated with you, please subscribe, or, you know, let your friends know if they want to try this too. But I hope you guys are having a really fun New Year's. But yeah, see you guys later. Bye.